You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, General Hospital fans. We've got your General Hospital Comings and Goings editions. This is kind of a special edition because it's about who gets shot and who might be leaving General Hospital, since we know somebody catches a bullet, and it is a front burner character, and that means there is the possibility of a major deadly exit coming soon. Monday, July 10th is the shooting at the MetroCourt continues. And then Tuesday, July 11th, we have the spoiler that someone's life could end. And then finally, we have a non-dated but spoiler about the shooting scenario where showrunner Frank Valentini was talking to the Soap magazine and said, after the shooting, a whole family's lives will be completely changed and thrown off track. So that's good information to have going into this, because we know 5 people who are the possible victims of this shooting. So one of these 5 people are shot according to official GH spoilers. We are going to dig into that and talk about why we think it is this one specific person. If you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our GH updates, spoilers, and news. All right, so the first 2 people on the list we're going to talk about together because they are in a family together. That is Portia Robinson and Curtis Ashford. They are 2 of the 5 potential victims of this shooting. And the spoilers are very interesting because a whole family being affected sounds like it could relate to these 2. Plus, there is a Friday, July 14th spoiler where Trina is overwhelmed by her feelings. And now you might think, oh, that's about Spencer, but I don't know if she'd be overwhelmed by her feelings for him. Maybe whelmed, but not overwhelmed. All right. So in terms of Portia, it would be really rough if either Portia or Curtis is shot. And that Trina spoiler is troubling on both fronts because it could be about either her mother or her recently revealed biological father getting shot. Curtis could actually be shot trying to protect Portia. And in terms of storyline, you know, Portia has this Esme Spencer meddling storyline where she's trying to keep him away from Trina. And Curtis doesn't have a similar urgent front burner storyline. So if one of them is shot, it seems likelier that it might be Curtis for a couple of reasons. First is because he doesn't have a front burner plot going on. And second is that him being shot and being at risk of dying would be a huge catalyst to move his bonding forward with his biological Trina. It could be a big dad-daughter, pivot point for them. And also, both Stella Henry, who is Curtis's aunt, and Marshall Ashford, who is his dad, are in upcoming scenes. So the very fact that 2 people in this family are also in this scene when we have a big family spoiler points to it more than likely being either Curtis or Portia. And let's listen to this spoiler again. After the shooting, a whole family's lives will be completely changed and thrown off track. That feels like it could fit the Ashford-Robinson family because Curtis is getting to know Trina. Curtis is trying to work things out on his marriage with Portia. Marshall's got some issues. There's a lot of issues going on in the family. TJ's got his infertility thing. So Curtis being shot would be huge. Portia too, but again, I'm back to Curtis has less of a storyline to pull him out of, and this would create a storyline for him. And I love Donnell Turner, so I don't want him to die, and I don't think he would, but I would love to see him getting a juicy front burner plot like this. All right, so another person that is one of the 5 possibly marked for death is Anna Devane, and the spoiler alone makes it sound non-Anna, the stuff from Frank Valentini being about it affecting a whole family. Anna doesn't have a whole family in Port Charles anymore to be thrown off. Her daughter and son-in-law and granddaughter are all out in California, and that's, she's got Valentin, but he's off in Chechnya. So for Anna to be shot would not make a whole lot of sense for that reason. Also for the reason that Victor Cassadine shot her, 6-8 weeks ago. Surely they would not shoot Anna back to back. I don't think they'd put a bullet in her again. So it doesn't make any sense that she is the one who actually catches the bullet. The fourth person to consider is Sonny Corinthos, and there is a couple of spoilers that could tie to him being shot. The first is on Monday, July 10th. Dex Heller copes with bad news. And then on Tuesday, July 11th, Nina is horrified. However, in the recent General Hospital promo, and you can check our GH playlist to see the promo and all the spoilers around that, Dex is on the phone with somebody who's at the MetroCourt, and he's asking, is Sonny okay? So he's freaking out. He's worried. He probably assumes because of that warehouse shooting that Sonny's life could be at risk. And Dex is probably feeling really guilty because at the warehouse shooting, first he saved Sonny's life and then Sonny saved him. So Dex is really going to be upset that he wasn't there to protect his boss. And Nina being horrified could be just about the fact that there was a shooting at her hotel. Sonny's been shot so many times. I mean, I think it's well into the double digits. And I do think that either he or Anna could be the intended target of the shooter. The intended target, but I don't think either of them is actually the one who catches the bullet. But remember, Anna was just telling Sonny that she's got these threats to her that might be violent. And then she was giving him a warning about the Pikeman people. So the fact that they were just actively talking about these warnings tells me that these warnings might be valid, that there is danger, but I also feel like it's a red herring because it's not going to be Sonny or Anna. That's what I'm predicting. I'm not saying it's true, but I just feel like it's neither of them, just because of all the times they've been shot and just storyline and spoiler reasons. And then Dante is the fifth one on the list. The fifth and final one is Dante Falconeri. There's a spoiler that makes me think it's not him. On Friday, July 14th, the spoiler is that Dante develops a theory. So I think this might be a theory about the shooting. So either Dante is shot and recovers fast, or he's not shot because he's developing this theory. So if you look at what's going on with Dominic Zapronia, the actor who plays Dante, he has been cast in a movie called Gangrene USA. And if you think the title is bad, listen to the plot. A bar owner uses their out-of-work staff and embezzled government money to make a musical about a necrophiliac. Do you know what a necrophiliac is? That is someone who likes to do the deed with corpses. So, wow, a musical about necrophilia. I don't know, but I do know that I will be watching it because I want to see if Dominic Zapronia is in there singing about doing the dirty with a dead body. It's a weird project. However, the project just started up in June and it is in pre-production right now. And then the writer's strike has been throwing off like a lot of TV and movies, but it's in pre-production. So he does not need to step away from GH right now if it's the kind of project that would require him to take, a little time off. But that project is not at a phase right now that would require his attention. So, and also remember, Dante's also been shot before, one time by Sonny, before they knew they were father and son. Do you remember that back in the day? But I just feel like either, with the spoiler of him having a theory, it just doesn't feel like that he's the one who shot. So when it comes down to the five, we've got Portia, Curtis, Anna, Sonny, Dante. My gut, and of course my gut could be completely wrong. It just could have been that coffee that I shouldn't have had earlier. My gut says Curtis. I love Donnell Turner. I want him to get, some good Emmy reel stuff. And I think that's possible with Trina. And imagine how great Trina at his bedside, if he comes out of surgery and he's in a coma, it could be fab. So I think it'd be very soapy. And remember, we are in July sweeps. They're having sweeps this July. So there's just all this front burner action. All right. I have one last casting spoiler. This is actually a casting spoiler directly related to this shooting. And I'm going to tell you about it in 1 second. But if you haven't, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our General Hospital updates, casting news, and more. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. All right. So there is a new doctor At General Hospital, Dr. Andy Lacey, played by Jonathan Ojai, is in on the scene, and he is trying to save a life after the MetroCourt shooting. So they have brought in somebody to play the doctor who is treating whoever it is. We'll have to wait and see. And I'm pretty excited about this, and I'm still thinking it's Curtis, but let me know in the comments who of these 5 you think might be the one that's shot. And just as a reminder, Portia, Curtis, Anna, Sonny, and Dante.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.